This review is for the 2007 horror movie remake The Hitcher. Well, where did it go wrong? Because The Hitcher remake could have been an interesting movie. You know, the story is kind of a metaphor for growing up. But the remake already ruined it by having a leading woman instead of a leading man. And it could have still gone well, but they would have changed John Ryder and they would have had a female character. And there was, or maybe they would have a female, a female villain is most of the times pretty cool. I mean, look at Friday the 13th Part 1 and Urban Legend. They have female villains and they're all scary as fuck. Really. I think that Rebecca Gayheart gave one of the best performances she could ever give as Brenda. But A.S. Platinum Juice is not known for originality. And they stick to a horrible formula, which this movie's unsuccess has managed to yield, as we all saw with the new Friday the 13th, in which neither final girl does very much. In which dudes are the ones who put themselves in harm's way for a friend, or for a sister, or for people they love. This Hitcher has various problems, most of them which have to be seen in the script. The script for the remake is basically the script for the original, updated, and right here we can see that there might not be a lot of problems. But the biggest problem is Sophia Bush's character. Not Sophia Bush herself, because she's a great actress who I think will go far in Hollywood. But her character, Grace Andrews, is basically a Mary Sue. And I was flabbergasted because I didn't know that professional writers were allowed to write Mary Sues. Mary Sues are characters who are perfect, always beautiful, and are invulnerable. They're basically self-insertions, and it can be, understood when it's written by a teenage girl, but when it's written by a grown man, not at all. Jake Wade Wall does not know how to write. Basically, his idea of updating the Hitcher was to make it gore, bloodier, and have a female who gets her clothes off. And the ending. Do we want to talk about the ending? Really, we have the leading lady who's so stupid she manages to have the sheriff killed, and then she survived an explosion and she gets out of where she was dressed up like Sarah Connor from Terminator 2's luckiest sister, and has a very pedant, stupid dialogue with Sean Bean, with the Hitcher, who says, "It feels good, doesn't it?" And she says, I don't feel anything," which is exactly what I felt for the whole movie. The movie also has more gore, more intricate car chase sequence, but overall it's a disappointment. It also has the visible aftermath of the tractor pull scene, in which this time, because we had to have the hot female chick who survives, there is Jim, who was the leading character in the original and who actually survived the movie. Besides, now that I think of it, this Hitcher is more of a remake of the Hitcher 2. They changed a few stuff, because the fact that in the Hitcher 2 is the girl who gives a ride to the rider character, while in this new Hitcher is the guy. Just like saying, oh, he gave the ride to the Hitcher, so it's justified that he gets killed. When in the original it was like a bit of a cautionary tale. Never give a ride to a hitchhiker. And the fact that Grace didn't want to give the Hitcher a ride actually adds to her Mary Sue-ness. She's beautiful, she always does the right thing, and everyone loves her. Her boyfriend, the sheriff, the killer. Man, that's a serious script damage. A brain damaged man who could have written a better script. Wait a minute. Chick Wade Walt didn't write a script. He took the script for the original, which is shown as the Eric Rad, the writer of the original Hitcher, is credited in the main credits as a writer, and shoehorned his insufferable Mary Sue through script. It was like some horrible things I read on YouTube. I saw on YouTube and read on fanfiction.net. But man, it was really awful. And the end product is a movie that I'm surprised did not win any Razzie. I think this movie really broke the formula of Platinum Dunes. Hot chicks plus gore equals success, which the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, however horrible it was, put in motion. The movie in fact opened fourth on its opening weekend when it was supposed to be first, and only fell further down the and didn't ever manage to get in top 3. The Hitcher was a failure, critically and in terms of box office. In Italy, it came out last year as a summer movie. We usually show failure movies in the summer, and this one and the new Prom Night, which are both hideous, both got that honor this year. In short, the Hitcher remake is a useless third of a movie, which really cheapens the original in a useless story with a stupid Mary Sue. I'll give it a 1